You're listening to Outta Nowhere. You're listening to the Outta Nowhere Wrestling Podcast, brought to you by WrestleCrate, WrestleCrate.com.
Coming off of one of the most amazing events in WWE history, the Cruiserweight Championship. This thing was exciting. Definitely, I believe, unpredictable in the end. But at the same time, it was fucking awesome. And JD, I only saw the main event tonight. You saw the rest, so we're going to have to work off of that.
Yeah, Ibushi and TJ Perkins probably had the best match of the entire tournament.
Man,
that's what I'm gonna say about that. We'll talk about that a little bit more as the show starts.
That drives me nuts because I just want to watch that like right now. I just want to, you know what, everybody, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to watch it.
That should have been the final.
It seemed that way because the last match to me, it did seem like a good wrestling match, and I was excited for it and I loved it. But it seemed like that was a match that was a setup match, and I was thinking, man, you know, I wonder if Ibushi's match was better than this. And,
I mean, we talked about this as we were having the show the past couple of weeks. I honestly thought that WWE was keeping Ibushi signing under lock and key because if they say that, you know, yeah, we signed KOTA Ibushi to a contract from Monday Night Raw, that automatically assumes he's going to win the entire thing because they want a notable name winning it. But I like the fact that WWE had him put over TJ Perkins tonight because Ibushi's looked like a fucking dominant beast the entire tournament.
Right.
So
they
did good.
You think they went the other way because of the predictability? Or do you think, remember that stuff we heard about, like, Ibushi not going to sign and all that stuff? So you think that maybe that's just more real, so they didn't go that route, or was it just because of everyone thinking Ibushi was going to win?
I think it was because of everybody thinking Ibushi was going to win. I mean, to me, I thought he was going to win too because he's the most notable name, and I figured winning this first inaugural tournament, they want the biggest name to win it. But obviously, TJ Perkins is going to be the face of that division on Monday Night Raw. GRAN METALIK, you know, I don't know if you remember me saying it. I heard from other sources that he is a huge. He's a huge recommendation from Finn Balor, so that's why he's there.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a big. That is a big push. I mean, everybody was great. I mean, that's the thing. One of the things I liked was at the end when he was looking at the trophy. You know, he's got the belt. By the way, the belt looks goddamn succulent. TJ Perkins, and it's purple. They made a purple belt look better than half the other crap they've come up with. It's damn sure better than the Universal Championship. You know, I'll tell you that much. It's a hell of a lot better.
Do you think the Cruiserweight title will be defended at Clash of Champions? I say yes.
I would say they'd have to, and they'd want to set up for that too. They'd absolutely want to set up for that. So yeah, I believe it should be. And if it's not, I mean that's a travesty. And when I saw the main event tonight, it was great. But I loved when he looked at the trophy itself and he was like, this is for everybody, all the guys who performed. Because, yeah, every time you saw a match from everybody, just about everybody, really, it just put another piece to the puzzle together. And it made it more legitimate. And it was really exciting. It was like this big group of these guys coming together to make this tournament what it was. And it was awesome.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do with my Wednesday nights. I can't wait till fucking next summer for this shit to come back.
Right. Let me see here. Let me make sure our... Gotta get, we're a little bit late running here because we had to flip-flop. We're live on JD's channel tonight. Obviously, you don't pinch yourself. We're live on JD's channel. Hopefully, the masses from my channel have made their way over here, and maybe some people on your channel that normally don't watch Outta Nowhere for whatever reason made it over here. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are on my channel and you don't know of Joe, which I don't know why you would not, everything you need for Joe is in the description. Go check him out. Twitter, his own personal website. YouTube, his Loot Crate link, and if you guys want to save on Loot Crate, literally everything is there, guys. So we set it up for you nice and easy. If you guys want to donate, everything is there. You could call into the show. Phone number is there. Donate, live, interact. A bunch of different donations that Joe has access to. Gives you a different way to interact with us here on the show.
And we're going to take your phone calls tonight, too. And I'll get that phone number up here. Oh, it is up there. 339-226-6610.
There you go.
And it'll be fun. By the way, big...
Universal Championship.
Here we go.
That looks the same as... give me a freaking break.
This is a donation from Raw is Dead with a 555 donation. Says, TJ Perkins Ibushi match is a MOTY contender, match of the year contender. Love the final tonight. Looks like the rumors of SABRE and KOTA not signing are true. I hold out hope that we'll see sometime in the future. CWC was the best thing to come this year in the WWE. I believe he said something to that effect before they got cut off. Do you think this was... What do you think about this whole thing, Jay? Do you think this is one of the best things to happen all year? Do you think it was the best thing to happen all year?
You know what I said, dude? I said it on Twitter. You know how WWE kind of shies away from the King of the Ring tournament, and for whatever reason they don't like tournaments. You see what they did with 32 men in a tournament that spanned 10 weeks.
Right.
The King of the Ring shouldn't be on that grand of a scale, but even if the King of the Ring's at like 8 and they do the entire thing in one night to bring it back to the old ways, or they do 16 over a few weeks and then lead to the pay-per-view. Look at how many guys that we did not know going into this, and look at how many guys we now know coming out of it. Literally everybody.
Right. And
it
guys,
did so much good that I don't know why they would not do things like this year-round.
And these are guys we can follow, too. Like, follow in the indies now, follow them when they go to Japan, follow them in other countries, or when they come up, we'll know about them. The exposure was so good for all these guys. It's a win for everybody. It probably didn't cost them too much to pay everybody, obviously. It's just, what exposure, what a win. It's one of the greatest things ever. I mean, Triple H... he must be beaming like backstage at this thing, because it really was a success. It almost didn't matter who won this thing in a way. It really didn't. It showed at the end. It felt like a real competition, because Ibushi didn't just win. They didn't just give it to Ibushi, even though we wanted him to win. I picked him to win. I think you did. I think a lot of people did.
I actually picked Ibushi versus Sabre Jr. in the finals tonight. I thought that's where they were going to go, but they went the complete opposite, which, again, I don't mind.
Right, yeah, and that's fine, and it made it more realistic. It made it seem more like you really, don't know who's going to win tonight, and I love that. Let's jump over. Well, let's talk about this. This is a really bizarre story. Not to turn the fucking program dark, but
before you do that, because
yes.
I kind of know where you want to go. I'm gonna hang up and call you right back, because you're breaking in and out, and I couldn't hear the donation.
All right, we got a glorious donation too.
I'm fucking Bobby Roode. Triple H wants to fuck me.
Triple H wants to fuck him. Wow.
Donations.
The belt looks awesome. TJ Perkins was the best underdog pick ever. CWC rating overall for all the shows as the tournament is a 10 out of 10. Hashtag JD's bastard son. Hi, Dad. That was Mirav.
Mirav, what's up, man? $24.
Mirav with $24. What a son of a bitch. He's a great dude.
A fucking Bobby Roode donations beast.
I love the dude. I've been dying all week. All right, let's take a phone call, because we're goofy, and I want to get to that dark situation. It's not too dark, but it's kind of fucking dark, and yeah, I think you know what it is. 71800. What's up?
Hey, I just want to say, after this, I'm done with SmackDown, done with Raw. I'm just TNA and NXT, man, all the way. I'm just tired of the same matches on Raw, same matches on Smack. It's like the last 2 months, you've been watching the same people fighting over again, the same storyline. It's just dead, man. Like CWC, I didn't know anyone going into the Cruiserweight Classic. Now I know about half a dozen new people who I've never. I mean, I knew Tajiri, everyone did, but like, wow, man. Like JD said, that really set up a nice long-term introduction to new people. And even though they didn't have like backstage stories or whatever, it still told a story.
Dude, the only one I knew going into this tournament was Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann. That's it.
All right.
I mean, I've heard of Ibushi, I've heard of Zack Sabre Jr., but I never physically seen them and what they could do in the ring. I've heard of TJ Perkins, but I didn't know how great he was. This was a great thing for everybody. And my main concern is, what is Vince McMahon going to do with these guys on Monday Night Raw? That is my fucking biggest fear right now.
Right. Hey, JD, did you hear that donation?
I did not. I heard I heard it very, very low. I can't hear shit.
Is the Cruiserweight Classic going to be every year, or is it just a one-time thing, says
This
CJ
is an every year
Crum?
thing. They're actually bringing back the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic as well to NXT
Wow.
this October.
Well, that was a big donation from CJ Crum. Yeah, you know, I think you would hear the donations, so hopefully from now on you will. But we'll see what happens.
I just have one question, and then I'm out of here.
Right.
How do you guys feel about my other issue with like just the treating of the belts is my big thing on SmackDown and Raw, where now it's just people coming into the ring and say, "Hey, I want a shot," and then they're like, "All right, we're going to do a triple threat. We're going to do a 4-way dance. We're going to do a 5." You know, it's just like Jesus fucking Christ. It just happened to people like, "Hey, you're like up and coming, like you know." Ultimate Warrior was the hot shit. We're going to give you the title shot. Like, Rock was, you know, like I felt like the Intercontinental Champion used to be the precursor to becoming a heavyweight. Like, you were the hot shit, but you weren't ready yet. They'd make you the Intercontinental Champion, and eventually you'd phase into the. Now it's just like the same 4 or 5 people just demanding championships and just giving them out. And it's just, I don't know, it just seems like they really don't revere the belts anymore. It's just something they just give to someone as, like, I don't know, like a pat on the back real quick that gets handed over to the next person.
Well, who are you? I missed the first half of the question. Like, what are you referencing? Like, who are you talking about?
Well, like, do you think like they're treating the belts the way they should be treated, like this prestigious thing, or they're just basically?
Of course not.
Like
the belts are props. I mean, just look at what they do. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Every week it's a fatal 5-way. It's a fucking 6-pack challenge. It's a battle royal. I mean, this is how you come up with contenders for the championships. Meanwhile, look what the Cruiserweight Classic did. They took 32 guys most of us never heard of, and they built stories within the fucking matches we've seen, and now we all genuinely care about everything. And none of these guys were champions. And now that T.J. Perkins is the Cruiserweight champion, we give a shit about him more now than anybody on fucking Monday Night Raw.
Right.
Yeah, and on Raw they're going to give a title shot to whoever wins.
Yeah, what are they going to do? They're going to have a fucking Cruiserweight Battle Royal for the fucking, let me do a Cruiserweight Battle Royal. Let me give these guys 3 minutes and they do fucking flip after flip and no story at all.
Is he going to be crowned the Cruiserweight champion now, or is it going to be?
He was. They gave him the belt tonight.
That's what that was. The trophy was for the contest, and the belt was for being the champion.
Yeah.
James Ellsworth.
All right, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks a lot for taking my call.
All right, man.
No problem, man. Thanks for the call. James Ellsworth should be in the Cruiserweight division, says CJ Crum with another donation. Thank you, CJ. Let's take another phone call. Maybe that will trigger your shit so you'll hear the donations. Thank you guys for tuning in, by the way, guys. If you want to help JD out, especially, click that like button, stick the thumb way up there. Let's bust this into the best review of the CWC we can get it to. 571, what's up? You're live.
Oh, what's up, Joe? What's up, JD?
What's up, man?
It was freaking amazing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That TJP Cody Bushi match, to me that was the second best match of the year too. The Cody Bushi Alexander match, and I'm really happy they're coming to Raw because, to be honest, the only reason why I was watching Raw and SmackDown, that's why I'm watching Raw is because of Seth Rollins. The only reason why I'm watching SmackDown is because of AJ Styles. And they need more bodies there. And it's gonna be amazing. I expect this Cruiserweight to have probably the best match each week on Raw. Like, to be honest with you, if they give them time, and that was another thing I was going to. I really can't wait until Triple H takes over WWE. Vince McMahon is annoying, and everything Triple H comes up with, from what I've seen, whether making Kevin Owens champion, NXT or CWC, is like gold. Like, he obviously come up with bad ideas, but I think all of the innovative ideas have all been through him. Like, if it was up to Vince McMahon, NXT would still be that stupid competitive show that Wade Barrett won back in 2010.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing what Triple H has done. What do you think would happen if Triple H took over Raw, JD?
I think it would be a great show. I mean, look at what he's done with NXT, and look at the pieces to WWE's future that have been, brought to WWE by Triple H. I mean, it's not done yet. Ricochet's coming to WWE. Adam Cole's coming to WWE. Who else is coming to WWE? The Young Bucks are coming to the WWE. Jay Lethal's coming. Eventually, Kenny Omega's coming. Dude, they're all coming. So WWE's going to be the fucking destination for everybody. Because everybody eventually wants to get to WrestleMania. Everybody wants that fucking paycheck. Everybody wants the limelight. They're all coming.
What happened to James Storm?
Shit bomb.
I don't know.
There you
Joe
go.
would probably know more than that than I do.
James Storm signed a contract with TNA. Well, first of all, let me read this. Vince may have Braun Strowman be the next Cruiserweight champion, says CJ Crum. So Braun Strowman can be the champion. No, James Storm signed, I believe, a pretty good deal with TNA Wrestling to go over there rather than stay in NXT. He opted to go back to TNA. What he's doing in TNA, though, is he's taking a break from what I understand. That may be part of his contract, I suppose, that he gets these, I guess, these vacation times. So they wrote him off the show, like he left, which I actually... Shit bomb! I took it as a shoot. Did you hear that, JD?
I heard that, yeah.
There we go. The donations are back for JD. Hey, thanks, guys, for becoming a $5 shit bum, and I want to thank you, Jaff94, for becoming a $5 shit bum. Is it time to release Bo Dallas, Darren Young, Titus O'Neil, and Curtis Axel? The Cruiserweight division is like 12 people, including Sin Cara and Neville. How else will they make up time for them? Don't fuck it up, says Jaff94. Well, I'm going to bet you that you only see some of them. I mean, they're going to treat... Here's my impression of the Cruiserweights is they're going to treat it like one match. Like, you're going to get one Cruiserweight event, so you may get two guys wrestling, but you'll never see the rest of them until they have a different group of them next week. I feel like that's how they'll do it, even though there should be room for two matches in a 3-hour Raw. You know what I mean?
I don't see WWE messing up their formula. I don't see WWE messing up their formula the way they were on Monday Night Raw, because you know they love them fucking long-winded 20-minute opening segments with nothing but the authority figures talking.
Right.
You know, this coming Monday, what they have to do is 8 o'clock, we see Cruiserweights go on for fucking 15, 20 minutes, and they burn the house down. And then, you know, the weeks after that, if you want to have your opening segments like you usually do on Raw, fine. But then at the 9 o'clock hour, when people are just settling in, and Monday Night Football is just starting, you put on the fucking Cruiserweights and you let them go at it. You know, give people a reason to stick with Monday Night Raw. Right.
Well, I'm going to let you go, man. You got anything last before I let you go?
Oh yeah, I do have one more thing. I saw this post. Somebody sent it to me through DM on Instagram, and I'm not sure if this is a legitimate source or not, but I heard reports that Kevin Owens was set to drop the title at Clash of Champions to Seth Rollins. Now, I'm a Seth Rollins fan. He's probably like my favorite person, but way to make the title like not legitimate at all if you're just gonna make it a hot title. Like what's it become, the Divas Butterfly title? Like you gotta keep that title on Kevin Owens, especially since Seth Rollins' end game is to fight Triple H at WrestleMania. He's not even going for. I mean, like the feud doesn't even like have him winning the Universal title.
Yeah, that
Kevin
would be
Owens
bizarre.
is not losing the title.
I don't think he's losing it then either. I mean, I would be. I know it's a report, but that would be bizarre.
It wasn't a legit source, so
it could happen. But I mean, I think that would be a mistake. Yeah, I love Rollins too. No, thank you, man.
I'm sorry.
No, good shit. You're fine. I love Seth Rollins, but I just can't believe.
Did you hear about what happened at Seth Rollins' Wrestling Academy?
That was the dark place I wanted to go.
Okay,
that was the dark
your
place.
Perfect segue right there.
I like it. Yes. So this is awful. I mean, why does he even have a school? Right? I mean, he's like fairly young. Usually, you open up a school in later years. Like Booker T opens a school up years ago.
Wait, before you even continue, who's actually teaching at his school? It's not him.
Right. I have no clue. I just don't know how you maintain a school when you're literally like, Shawn Michaels opened up a school when he retired the first time. For 4 years he was out of action. He had a school. And then that went to shit because he went back to wrestling. I mean, one thing I'll say is a lot of times with these schools, like a business owner, like say myself, like say I wanted to open up a school, I would go reach out to a wrestler and be like, hey, want to be the spokesman for the school and train now and then and all these other things, and we can put the name in your name and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's what happens a lot of times is the guy that's, oh, it's this guy's school, but, you know, that guy's never even really here. Yeah. You know, even Killer Kowalski's school. I mean, of course it was Killer Kowalski's school. It was an unbelievable school. It's one of the most recognized schools in the entire world for pro wrestling. But you know what I mean? The last years, I mean, Killer Walter sat there in a chair. You know, he wasn't able to do anything. He just sat there in a chair some days.
I figured this was just a way for him to gain some extra money on the side while he's on the road. You know, his name is there. He's obviously a part of the school.
I suppose it's like the Young Bucks now. If like the Young Bucks opened up a school, that would be really fucking popular, you know. So maybe it just is. It is weird to me though. It's still something that usually you see towards the later years of a wrestler's career. You don't see them opening it up when they're in their prime and in Florida Championship, you know, in FCW, and then in fucking NXT, and then he's in the WWE, and he's
well,
going to
wasn't Lance Storm teaching when he was in WWE or no?
Well, Lance Storm, though, by then, even then, was like a veteran. I mean, Lance Storm wasn't new then, you know?
I know, yeah. But he was still active, though.
Yeah, he was active, but that happens. The Dudley Boys have their school. They came back. I mean, that shit happens. That's not surprising to me, but it is surprising when a guy has not made it to the WWE and has a school already, and he's like, what was he? When he opened the school, how old was he? 23?
Yeah.
Jesus. Like, that's, oops. I mean, that's crazy. You know?
Well, you know, the thing with this story is, dude, I read just briefly because I was at work and I seen the headline. You know, I seen Seth Rollins and then school and then tragic accident at his school. I'm like, oh my god, what else can happen to this fucking guy?
Right. Then did you hear that?
I'm glad it had to be some unknown medical condition from this guy.
Oh yeah, we got to read about it. We got to talk about it in a second. Did you hear that donation?
I did, yeah.
Okay, good. It's good. Seth Rollins has had one of the worst years in WWE history, losing WWE World Title, lost all the momentum, got injured. Returning crucified as a dangerous worker after shelving Finn Balor, and now his school is getting heat. No wonder he seeks some side work.
First of all, he's not deemed a unsafe worker. That's bullshit.
It is bullshit because he had a fucking stellar record before. Bret Hart is gonna shit on Rollins now. Poor guy. Awandi Bigham. Shout out to Awandi and Jaff94.
Seth Rollins is not an unsafe worker. Accidents fucking happen. Things could have been avoided. You know, he didn't need to give 2 buckle bombs to fucking Sting.
You're right.
Sting should have never took a fucking buckle bomb, period.
Right.
Maybe he'd still be fighting. Maybe we'd get the Undertaker match. The way he threw Finn Balor, you know, he shouldn't have thrown him fucking halfway across the outside of the ring.
Right, I agree. It was
like Joe said a couple of weeks ago. Balor's back should have hit the top of the barricade. That was it.
Yeah, it was a reckless sort of throw. I mean, you could see it. You know, Balor. That's why Balor threw his hand behind his back, because he was so far away. He didn't know where he was. Like, he didn't know if he was going to hit his head or go over the thing or whatever. So he threw his arm behind him, and that's what led to the issue. When you're getting buckle bombed or thrown into a barrier with your back, you know, you don't want to put your elbow behind you. You literally want your back to absorb it, and you want to tuck your elbows down and tuck your neck, and then when you feel the impact, you throw your hands up sort of to make it look bad.
Look at TJP tonight. Look at his fucking the left side of his upper chest, his shoulder, dude. He looked like he got fucking torn apart by a zombie on The Walking Dead. Are we gonna ban fucking KOTA Ibushi from doing kicks? Right. Are we gonna ban KOTA Ibushi from doing all the fucking dangerous shit that he does? Give me a break.
Yeah, you know? Can. I mean, it can all be dangerous, and different guys work differently, and they're working like
Look how many times KOTA Ibushi got fucking thrown in his head. He had a fucking burning hammer done to him by Brian Kendrick. Did that stop them from fucking throwing KOTA Ibushi around on his head? No. You should have seen the DDT he took from TJ Perkins tonight.
Oh, here comes Seth Rollins. Horse 6-0.
Oh my God, I love Seth Rollins.
Maybe this money can buy Maurice a new can of hair bleach and a nose job.
Oh, God.
Jesus fucking Christ. That
oh, no.
Schnoz
Don't
is
say
like
that.
a porpoise snout. Tell the Miz to be careful with a nose like that. She'd stab him to death with that fucking facial prison shiv.
Wow. Yeah. Horse 6-0, man. Chiming in on JD's channel tonight. Which you
Horse,
usually
hope you're doing well, brother. Thanks for the donation, man, always. Go check out Horse 6-0's channel, man. You guys want fucking commentary. It's going to hit you right below the fucking belt. It's him.
Yeah, go support Horse 6-0. And maybe when you're done with that, give Biblical Reaper $10. You can buy
Don't say that to Horse.
No, okay. What's going on with your buddy Biblical? What happened?
He messed up, dude. You know, he's, you know, I support him because he's a good guy. I know his situation, but the fact is he has a lavish lifestyle, and he couldn't grasp that he was not making anywhere near the amount of money he was making working a real job, and he got a little carried away.
Yeah.
So now he's seeking help through his supporters, and people disagree with that. You mean, what are you gonna do?
I mean, I don't know. I just wanted to bring it up because I know you know him and it's a hot topic. But I didn't want to bat anything. I understand him. I know exactly what happened to him. You know, I mean, we've all been in a situation. I think he could have went about it a different way. You know, instead of
You know, Reaper's got like 4 monitors, dude. I work on 1 monitor, and I got a fucking $150 microphone, and that's it, and a fucking $90 camera.
You know,
I didn't agree with
some of that. I didn't agree with them attacking his like his already stuff, like his TV monitors that he already has, and his microphone.
But the fact that he could downscale and
that's true,
and sell off some of that stuff, he could have did that and helped himself that way. But my thing was people were coming at him because of his condition, dude. He's got a very bad condition that doesn't make him feel well throughout the week, and they're like, go get a real job, you fat fuck, and they're just putting him down. You don't know this guy's condition. You don't know how he feels if he can actually get up every day and fucking feel good to go to work 5 days a week, 40 hours a week. Give me a break, dude.
Yeah. I think people don't understand. I think he should have just. I think if he came out and said, "I did this to myself, and now I'm asking you guys for help," that might be fucked up. But I'm desperate and I don't know what to do, and I've got anxiety and I'm freaking out and I don't know what to do, and I put myself here, and I'm asking for your help, and I don't deserve it. And I'm going to send back this iPhone I just ordered. I've got this stuff. Here's my game plan. Right. And here's my game plan for what I'm going to sell. But what I am going to keep my microphone and my few monitors. You know, I agree with him keeping that stuff. I don't think he should go sell all that shit, because that shit is going to make him money. That's going to keep him from losing money because he's using it. But it's all the accessory bullshit that on the outside that he doesn't need. Think of what you really need and keep it, but get rid of the other shit. And does he need that fucking Mercedes thing or whatever?
Nah, $600 a month and just fucking car payments. I'm like, dude, go get yourself a fucking nice Honda Accord, $250 a month.
Yeah, get out of here with that thing.
You know?
Absolutely. But that's your first thing right there. They'll cut $300 off. And then you'll build yourself up eventually, and you'll be able to get
Call
shit
of
again.
Duty's got 2 games coming out this year. He's gonna be fine. He's just in a fucking bad place right now, and you know, my heart goes out to him because I know him personally. I know his condition. He's got a kid.
Right.
You know,
and I feel bad for him too.
Just don't kick a man when he's down.
Right.
I wouldn't even if you know I'm gonna use him as an example. Sean's view. You know, me and him aren't friends. But if he was, you know, had be getting just fucking torn down by people because of a condition or, you know, this and that, people call him a bad father, that's when you got to fucking stop and, you know, listen to what you're saying.
Right. This one's for Biblical.
All this garbage, you greasy.
Yes, fucking goon.
24 is glorious, but it's no, and this. Hashtag Goon Squad.
The Goon Squad is here. JD, with all the love you are being shown by the fans and Roman Reigns on Twitter, I think it's only fair that you return the love with another WWE social media comment segment. Hashtag Goon Squad. So he wants another social media. Maybe I'll bring back my hate mail, too. We'll just go at it this week. It'll be crazy.
I know, guys. I got to bring back social media. It's just, you know, you get lazy with some things, and I want to work on some other things. I got some, you know, ideas floating around, so...
We'll figure it out. He'll come back eventually. One day JD will get pissed off, and he'll think the comments are so funny probably that he'll do it. JD, you know, the same thing happened with me. I had a 3 or 5 episode series of hate mail too, and then I just stopped. I don't know why I stopped doing it, because I ran out of jokes. Like, how many times can I make fun of these people for not being able to spell how much they hate me?
Yeah, and the fact that YouTube changed their policies. I mean, I don't want to be making fun of people who don't speak English. They might think it's controversial or I'm bullying. You know. Yeah.
See, I don't care about that shit. Because that's fuck you. I don't give a fuck what YouTube changes. Come get me, YouTube. Well, fuck yourself, YouTube.
Anyway, dude, back to you know, the
wrestling.
The wrestling. When you watch the IBUSHI match later, dude, you know how they had just hyped up the Golden Star Powerbomb all tournament. Nobody kicked out of it.
Right.
Wait till you see the fucking sequence of moves leading up to the Golden Star Powerbomb. I literally jumped off my fucking couch watching this. I'm like, I don't believe what I just seen right now. I thought it was over.
That's
and the
crazy.
match continued.
Did you see the dark match? Our buddy over here.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Biff Busick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got launched. Speaking of that throwaway fucking slam or whatever he did, running into the buckle was sick. I don't know if you saw that, but I put up a video of it the other day. It transitions into something I wanted to mention to everybody. JD, I assume all the New Yorkers out there listening, Fall River, Massachusetts is not that far away. Can we talk about how close Fall River is to Massachusetts? I mean, to fucking New York?
Yeah.
It's not that far. A lot of people, we had like 300 people say that they wanted to do, we're going to do like a meet and greet thing where we all hang out.
Yep.
me and JD, at some point, and we're going to do tickets, and we're going to rent the place and all that shit. But my point in all this is trying to let you know that Fall River, Mass. is about a 3-hour trip from New York in a car, New York City, 3-hour trip. The Hardy Boys, October 21st. The Hardy Boys are going to be here. I just spoke with Matt Hardy via DM. They're going to be here at Top Rope Promotions. I believe that me and JD will both be there, and it'll be crazy. It's going to be a nutty night. Even Jimmy Hart with the megaphone's going to be there. So remember, October 21st. You can find it on Top Rope Promotions on Facebook. That's going to be an epic show. And there'll be more details on that. Tickets September 20th. I'm going to see if we can get JD on commentary with me. And that'll be badass. Yeah, Kenny Bolin is a sweetie pie. I love Kenny Bolin. So let's backtrack a little bit. We've done our reviews already, but SmackDown beat Raw this week. We agree on that.
Yeah, SmackDown was much better than Raw. Just easier to watch, dude. It's 2 hours.
Right.
You know, before you knew it, the show was over. That's when you know it's, hey, I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Raw was like torture and sleep. It was just like I wanted to go to bed. But SmackDown was like, it flowed. It was like, all right, I get what's going on. It's still, the thing about SmackDown still is they're still not doing what TNA does. I believe really TNA is still able to like push these storylines so much with everything, or enough storyline that I want to see what happens to everybody next week. I don't know what's going to happen. Whereas WWE,
well, did you review the? I don't think I watched yours. So for some reason, I ended up watching Brian Zane's from Wrestling with Regret review of Delete or Decay. You reviewed it?
Yeah.
I didn't watch yours yet.
Well, you're an asshole. You watched that
fucking
dork.
I tell you what, man, I was in Atlantic City for the CM Punk fight, and I watched Delete or Decay 3 times that morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how good it was.
I didn't think it was as good as the first one, but it was good. It was way more chaotic. I said it was clearly a lot sloppier than the first one. But
I think they went for a more I don't know, they went for like a fucking movie setting vibe or some shit like that.
Well, I thought they did that with the first one. I think they went for more of a horror thing, but it was very comical. Like when he was choking Steve out with the goddamn baby floats in the pool. Like, I started, like, roaring, dude. I started losing my mind. I was, like, spitting up on my carpet.
Not even that, dude. Fucking when Rosemary just left that fucking guy in the middle of the road, it looked like something out of Jeepers Creepers.
I did like that. When his pants were down, like, the pants down, like, they zoomed down, and as they were zooming, I knew it, too. I go, oh, my God, if his pants are off, I'm gonna fucking die. And his pants were goddamn off. And I started losing my mind, dude. I was like, his pants are off. I was taking thumbnails of it, and I was sending, like, the thumbnails to Road Dogg. And I was like, at WWE Road Dogg, I was like, dude, this is how you do it. Pants down. Who knows what happened? Did she blow him? Did she cut off his privates? We don't know, but his pants are down. That's funny. The whole thing was funny. I barely remember everything now because it was so. Again, I do believe it was sloppily edited, sloppily directed compared to the first one. But the first one had a match too. By the way, I understand the Lucha Underground went fucking nuts. Either tonight or yesterday, like they had a fucking Warzone match or something went nuts. So
tonight?
I don't know if it was tonight or yesterday, but I'm being told about Lucha Underground's some kind of match that we gotta watch Lucha Underground apparently too. So.
I don't know where to watch it.
There's just so much goddamn wrestling.
I guess I'll look for it on YouTube.
We can find it somewhere on YouTube. Yeah, I think so. You know what? We gotta just tweet Chavo Guerrero again. He came on my show when season 2 was about to air. We should just tweet Chavo and see if we can get access to this shit so that we can review it. Because that's our biggest issue. I think is our timing and shit is way off. You know.
Well,
so,
I don't get El Rey here on Verizon. Otherwise, I'd watch it.
I don't think I get it on Comcast. If I do, then
I'm just fucking lazy. I don't want to look for it on Hulu the next day, or look for it on YouTube.
Right, we're all lazy. What if it's on Hulu? I'll do it because I actually got Hulu. I went and got Hulu. Maybe I'll fucking do it.
Well, now that there's nothing but NXT on Wednesday, it's like I gotta watch something. I don't know. Well, but. Delete or Decay, my favorite part, actually the 2 favorite parts that I liked was Vanguard 1 shooting the rockets at both Crazy Steve and Abyss. And then when they were trapped in the, what was that, the Hardy logo that engulfed in flames?
Yeah, when the Hardy logo.
I love that. That was a great view, dude.
They had great shots. Whoever the cinematographer and the people that produced the shit It's really good stuff.
Jeremy Borash, the documentarian.
Oh, is that what it is? Because if it's Jeremy, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, he said it on Jericho's podcast.
Okay. Well, I know Jeremy's behind a lot of the writing and stuff. He's just what a fucking asset. I tweeted him the other day and was like, "You're a genius. I'm just gonna assume it was you." He's got a big head. He's got to be smart.
But did you see that picture that that Matt Hardy took outside Titan Tower? Was that real or Photoshop?
It looked Photoshop, but it could be real.
Everybody's tweeting me like, "Oh, look, he's signing a contract with Vince." I'm like, "No, he's not."
Yeah, I mean, Vince would like to, Vince would be lucky. He'd probably do what he does. He already had him. He had Bray Wyatt. There's a difference, though. A lot of people are like, oh, they've got Bray Wyatt and they ruined. Look what Hardy's doing. But Matt Hardy's doing, there's a little bit more comedy in what Matt Hardy's doing. Bray Wyatt is trying to really be like this dark, menacing thing where Matt Hardy, there's a joke there. It's like winking at you. That's why it's so good, I think, because, you know what, JD, it's like a movie that's bad, that insults you. Like, it's supposed to be real serious and stuff, but it's really terrible and stuff. And you come out of it saying, they just insulted my intelligence. I don't like that movie. But then there's other movies where it's like so ridiculous, but they're kind of winking at you like, yeah, you know this is dumb. We know this is dumb, but we're going to entertain you anyway. And you get it. You're in on it. That's what I feel like Matt Hardy is, and that's why everyone's connected to it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was that way when I first seen Matt Hardy. The first week, I was like, this shit sucks.
Yeah, this is
What's
dumb.
this guy doing?
Blinded fate. Dollar.
I'm back, bitches. Sorry it's been a while since I donated, guys.
Wow.
Adult responsibilities and depression sucks. Just wanted to let you guys know that I'm still supporting.
And you make my life pleasant, says
Blinded Fate?
Blinded Fate, yeah.
He's one of the OGs on my channel.
Blinded Fate, man, you're a goddamn legend, and I hope you're all right with that depression shit. That does suck. I know what that's like, and hopefully you get. Me and JD know what it's like. Me and JD are all fucked up.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
So we hope you're all right. I mean, I'm talking about back in the day for myself, but hopefully you're all right, man. I appreciate the donation. So isn't JD. By the way, we do split the donations. I've seen some comments. People are freaking out. JD keeps all the money, or Joe Cronin keeps all the money, rather. I've seen that. We split the money.
There's a 50-50 effort, folks. This is Heenan and Monsoon.
Yeah. Otherwise, JD would be like, how about you give me some of that? Actually, to be honest, we split the money, but JD lets me keep the monetization money on the channel.
Yeah, most of the time this is on Joe's channel. He keeps the earnings from the video every week, and it does great. It's one of the most popular things on his channel, so I don't mind about that.
So I am thieving you a little bit. So there you go. Okay. But it's now you can get some from this one.
Yeah.
So when do you think we'll see Triple H again in the WWE?
I honestly think we'll see him at Clash of Champions in some way. I think the main event's going to end in a fuckery.
Fuckery.
I mean, it's not going to end clean.
Everybody in the chat right now, what did you think of the CWC out of 10? Give us your out of 10. 5 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. And maybe you can write who you wanted to win. And you can go back all the way to the beginning. Who did you want to win, and what did you give as a rating to the CWC? We'll be looking for you in the chat with your ratings. So go for that.
NXT was pretty good tonight as well, man. Samoa Joe kind of pulled a Mark Henry fake retirement type thing, but he didn't retire. He came out trying to act all nice and cordial to Nakamura, saying that he wants his rematch, and he has a rematch. I want to know if you're willing to give me one. And they shook hands. And then Nakamura's theme music goes off. He's standing in the ring. Joe, walks up the ramp first, and Nakamura's walking up the ramp as he leaves. And then Joe comes out from behind the curtain and fucking levels him with a fucking clothesline.
Wow.
And then he does a rock bottom almost on the steel steps. And Nakamura's head bounced like a basketball off the steel steps. They put him on a gurney with a neck brace, and they rolled him out. Regal was going fucking crazy.
Jesus, I gotta watch this. I didn't know that.
Great. Like Corey Graves was like, oh my god, I don't know what's going on. Nakamura is so great. He may be out. I hope he's all right. They're like making it like fucking serious thing.
That's awesome. I gotta see that. That's wild, dude. I loved Nakamura when he had that interview with Joe. That was so goddamn funny.
Mm-hmm.
When he's just looking like laughing at him, and Joe was getting all pissed off. Like, was he making fun of me? I loved it. All right, let's take a phone call. 864. You're on Out of Nowhere.
CWC, man. I just finished watching the main event again, man. What a damn good show, man. I'm just sad to see it end, but I'm happy for TJ Perkins, the new champion.
Yeah, I'm happy for him too. Who did you want to win?
Kota Ibushi, of course. I've been following this guy. I've been watching him in New Japan for years.
You know,
big fan of him.
I so badly wanted it to be Ibushi and Kendrick, like in the last match. I just really wanted that to be how it went, but.
And even the match that they had, Joe, it was that was final worthy, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, really emotional too. Had me bawling my eyes out.
But I think a lot of people need to, I think GRAN METALIK is going to fit great on Monday Night Raw hopefully they signed him. I love his style. I just love his look. He's great.
I love him. I'm not so sure he's it's exactly the Vince McMahon type. He'll be like, well, we already got one of these, you know.
Oh, he's got a mask on. He looks like this other guy I don't know.
Can you jump off a trampoline? Well, I'll tell you what. If you can do it without a trampoline, you're hired, and he's fired. And I mean, I'll fire goddamn Kalisto.
He puts GRAN METALIK on Raw. He'll be in a fucking match with Braun Strowman in 2 weeks.
All right.
Yeah, that's the tweet I sent out. I'm like, watch them put them in squash matches against Braun Strowman.
Yeah, he'll take GRAN METALIK and say, "Oh, this is America's father," you know. You know that guy there that they took the mask, Americo. This fucking guy. What was it, 4'3"?
That was funny, dude.
90 pounds. Ripped the mask off.
I love that, dude. That was bizarre. 631, you're on Out of Nowhere. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
I'm
first
doing
and
okay.
foremost, man, definitely want to give a shout out to JD, man. I love you, man. I love Off the Script. Watch it religiously. Joe, you're incredible, man. But yeah, I just wanted to say, guys, like, of course, JD, you're right, man. Everything I've been, listening to from your show, man, you've been talking about how, the brand split and everything like that. I honestly think it's kind of, out of whack, but, here we are. But I gotta be real, man.
I'm warming up to it a little bit,
Yeah. I mean, when it did start, it was pretty cool. To an extent, I mean, of course, of everything that's happening, I thought, wow, this is, pretty crazy. This is something that they've done in a while. But, I mean, some of the new changes that is happening in the company, I'm somewhat okay with. And then there's some that I'm not fully like, okay, well, this is. But, yeah, man, flash forward to CWC. I mean, I'm definitely going to miss it. I was actually hoping Kendrick would win for sure. I haven't seen Brian in years. So, him and Tajiri, actually, I mean, dude, that would have been incredible if one of them. And Kota Ibushi, I mean, I'm actually, which is kind of shameful, but I'm just now discovering him, and that kid is incredible, man. I mean, sheesh.
Yeah.
Brian Kendrick's going to be on Raw, so you're not going to miss him.
Right.
He'll be on Raw.
Which is going to be great. I'm very pumped up about that, man.
Akira Tozawa, we got TJ Perkins, Cedric Alexander, John Gallagher's there. We got a decent fucking collection building on Raw right now.
Yeah, I think Raw really needs them too, because it's such the sleeper show. Like when they've had bad shows, it's been a sleeper. I mean, these guys might perk you up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I want to see Sasha. What are these cruiserweights gonna do? So whenever the cruiserweights are on, you're gonna want to watch it, assuming they don't get toned down. But you know what I mean? Are we just gonna see all the Adrian Nevilles, or are they gonna be allowed to wrestle like they did in NXT? That's the issue.
You see, I wouldn't want that, because to me, Sami Zayn is a universal title type guy. Mm-hmm. And some people might not agree with me on that, but I think he is in that picture for sure. If they want to put him, if you put him in the cruiserweights and you have him challenging for the cruiserweight title, it's going to be kind to decipher and differentiate. He's fighting for the cruiserweight title, but now he's fighting for the universal title. I thought this guy was a cruiserweight. Well, you want to put him in one situation and leave him there.
But I'm worried about the actual cruiserweights. Like, are they going to be treated like how they were in NXT? I mean, how they were in the CWC, or are they going to be treated like Neville and shit? And what I mean by Neville and Sami Zayn and that stuff, I don't even mean Sami Zayn even. I didn't even say Sami Zayn. I don't even know why you mentioned him. I think you got a stroke. I don't know where that came from.
Well, a lot of people say, Sami Zayn, Neville, and Sin Cara, they might be working with the cruiserweights when they come to Raw.
I could see Sami Zayn working with them, but he is a guy who eventually is on the road to WWE Championship, or at least, or maybe I guess you could say the United States title. Sami Zayn is a guy, yeah, he's versatile in all those categories, but he's not strictly going to be a cruiserweight guy. And no, that takes away from the cruiserweights too, I think, having Sami Zayn there, because once Sami Zayn's there, it's like, that's the man.
Yep.
So no, keep him out of there, like you just said. You're right about that. He should not be there. But I'm just worried they're not going to be allowed to wrestle the cruiserweight style. We just watched them all wrestle in this tournament, because nothing else that's come up from, NXT really has been able to wrestle the way I think they want to. I mean, Finn Balor will be, because Finn Balor's moveset is the same moveset, and it's a classic WWE style moveset sort of thing. I mean, he's doing some different moves, but the way Balor wrestles is very much acclimated to the traditional WWE style. And sometimes it's been I wish he'd go out a little bit outside the box more, Balor, because he has before, but it seems like he's rested with these, these basic moves that we're used to, is his classic 12 moves or whatever it is. Of course, he's injured now.
I mean, what else did he do differently in New Japan? I mean, what did he do so radically different? I mean, was he more high risk?
I think that he had,
because I mean, when he's in a pay-per-view situation for NXT or Raw, that's where I think we see him, break out just a little bit. When he's on Monday Night Raw, I should say, he's the WWE style. When it's a special occasion, he'll go a little bit more crazy outside the box.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too. But I also, and maybe it has to do with some of his opponents too. I just think that he hasn't had the best match on all these shows. He's had my attention because I love his entrance and he's so entertaining theatrically, that he's going to work so well in the main roster. That's why he does work. But yeah, he doesn't. There was a lot more of that sort of what you saw in the CWC going on overseas, with him, more like reversals and wrestling and chain wrestling and just spontaneous kind of moves that you didn't quite see coming, high impact stuff that would happen kind of out of nowhere. He's toned it down a little bit, but that's okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's just that it's changed a little bit. So I just wonder how much the CWC guys will be allowed to do, or are they going to be, toned down as well? Or will it be like Vince McMahon saying, well, none of these guys are going to be carrying the torch for the company, so, feel free to fucking kill yourselves, guys, because who gives a shit if another one of the fucking pawns gets injured, Maybe Vince sees them all as, I mean, he probably sees those guys as the lowest on the totem pole of just get out there and wrestle, you one of many, I would
love to be a fly on the wall, I wonder if Vince McMahon was backstage for the Cruiserweight Classic, number one. And number two, I would love to know what he thought of tonight's show. Like how can you not like what you've seen tonight?
I just know that it's not always been his style. It's just not. So
yeah, but the way of the business is changing, though.
I think he sees this. I mean, he must see this and be moving, because that's why Triple H is doing all this shit. But then I've heard other people say, and you've heard it too, when we've interviewed people, that Vince said, go ahead, Triple H, go do this thing, and he just figured it would fail, and Triple H did all this on his own. So, I mean, that's what we seem to hear more than anything, so I tend to sort of believe that. But then you hear these stories also about Vince McMahon being down there and supporting everyone and loving things, and loving, this or that. So I mean, he can't be oblivious to all this shit. I mean, even in 1998, think back to the Attitude Era, they did have a actual, desire to get light heavyweights, Taka Michinoku and some of the other guys, but at the same time, they didn't do it very well. It was quickly abandoned for gimmick.
I mean, they had Billy Kidman, they had Tajiri. I mean, they had some.
I'm talking about before that, though.
Oh, yeah, they had nobody. Taka Michinoku wasn't even that fucking good.
Well, I mean, they were supposed to have Taka Michinoku, and they got like Psychosis or somebody, and then like Aguila.
Yeah, I remember. Aguila. Wow, yeah, I remember him. And they had Brian Christopher. They had Scotty Tuhati.
Yeah, it was a pathetic attempt at a lightweight division, but they were trying it. So, he did it then. I just don't know exactly why. Back to the death of that guy, to take it to a dark place again. Because, I mean,
radical fucking change.
This poor right now, like,
a fucking U-turn.
Yeah, just go back to the death and the darkness. This is horrible. This guy with the title, he's an up-and-coming kid, wants to become a wrestler. How did he die? Did they say exactly?
Had to be some heart condition, dude. They didn't really say, but it's got to be a heart condition. Because they say he went into cardiac arrest.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The hardest worker in the room.
Well, I mean, that's something too, where if he had a heart condition that I guess wasn't known about, I suppose, or because independent wrestling companies don't go, let me see your doctor's work, you know, let me see your, you know, do you have any conditions and shit? They just put out a goddamn paper.
Yeah.
And they say, do you have any conditions we should be aware about? And by the way, we're not liable for anything. If you break your neck in the ring, we're not liable for it. Here's the paper to sign. So you sign it. That's it. So no one's going to be liable for this. I mean, he just had a heart condition. If he had gone to WWE and been training in NXT, he wouldn't have been allowed to train until they tested him. And they would have found this. They probably would have found this condition. And unfortunately for him, they probably wouldn't have let him wrestle. Obviously. And that would be it. His dream would be over. But at least he would discover something was wrong, apparently.
I guess that does make sense.
But in Seth Rollins, you know, wrestling school or whatever the hell it is, you know, there's no belief of this. As of right now, Seth Rollins has not issued a statement. I mean, Seth might just, I don't know what affiliation, you know, again, we don't know if Seth is the real owner of this place that opened it and has someone running it, or if somebody else is running it using Seth Rollins' name. You know, or is he partners? We don't know. I don't know. We had to do more research on it. Honestly, I wasn't prepared for it. But it's fucked up. I know that.
Yeah, it honestly came out of left field today. Nobody really has any news on it. We're going to have to wait till at least the weekend.
It's terrible. And I feel bad for this kid's family and just for him. Like, he's dead, but I mean, this is terrible. I mean, I think about what I used to do in the backyard. You know, I mean, there's some fucking weird moves I did back then. I think about, like, if my kids were doing it, I'd be freaked out. You know, I would be like, nope, go to wrestling school. You know, but even there, it's like you can get hurt anywhere. You don't know.
Yeah.
And when you sign that release, you know, you're in there sometimes with bumbleheads. I mean, and you know, everyone's supposed to be trained, but you don't know. You get in there with some guy who slams you the wrong way or throws you over, whatever. Things happen. And it's the most dangerous when you're training, especially with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing or there's an accident. And it's just very easy to hurt somebody. It's actually, I got to be honest, it's amazing more people aren't hurt. I mean, it really is unbelievable that wrestlers are so careful in the ring, and you don't see so many people getting hurt and stuff. There was a guy locally who broke his neck in one of the rings recently, a trainee guy. He's okay. I mean, he's alive, but he busted his neck up. So,
it's a dangerous profession, dude. You know, that's why we all get pissed. Oh, wrestling's fake. That ain't fake, motherfucker. You get in there and do what these guys do.
Oh, I know why. People are having trouble donating to the show because the link isn't in the fucking description.
Yes, it is. It's right there.
Oh, you put it there?
Yeah, it's twishalerts.com/donate.
Oh, you put
right underneath the phone number.
You put mine there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, we're good then. Okay. Because some people were like, how do I donate, Joe? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's right there. It's at the top of the description, guys.
All right. JD covered you. It's in the top of the description down below.
I got everything ready. Clowns. Goons.
God damn it.
Everybody asking in the chat who died. One of the students learning at Seth Rollins Wrestling Academy passed away today unexpectedly from some unknown condition. He went into cardiac arrest and he passed away at the hospital at the age of 20.
That's horrible.
So if everybody asking.
That's so bad, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what Seth Rollins is. Get rid of that. Just close this fucking thing.
What do you think of the Raw ratings, dude? Making another U-turn. 1.81, I believe it was, because of Monday Night Football, non-holiday. That's got to be like the lowest ever.
That's horrible. That's not good. I mean, it's not going to, unfortunately.
Yeah, and your man Roman Reigns was in the fucking main event, clowns. What happened?
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. People are gonna start blaming, like, some of the younger fans who don't like all this wrestling stuff that we're talking about. They're like, you know, they want the old stuff back again, like the John Cena, Roman Reigns, and whatever, Big Show and all that shit. I don't know. And they're like, oh, you brought all this wrestling in, and see, now the ratings are tanking more. You know, Vince Russo is a guy who would be like, see, but and Vince Russo's right to a certain extent. You see, the problem is, again, that they have not incorporated the storylines. They have the wrestlers now. That is taken care of. We know they have wrestlers. There's no problem anymore with wrestlers.
First of all, dude, I understand what 1.88 it was. Thank you for the correction, clowns, in the comments.
Jesus.
But what Vince Russo is saying is partially right, but it's a different day and age. People don't want to see characters anymore. You know, we don't want to see fucking, you know, guys like Papa Shango and Val Venus and The Godfather on television. We don't want to see that shit no more.
Actually, you know something? I'd take a goddamn Papa Shango right now.
Maybe those were the wrong examples.
I don't want to see Batista and Orton and Sheamus and Del Rio.
I mean, but what they're doing right now with these guys, dude, there's no fucking storyline. There's no creative direction for nothing on this show. None of it makes sense. That's why the show sucks. If you don't keep people's interest, they're going to change the channel.
Right. Dude,
what happened to the days when fucking Stephanie McMahon was being crucified on Monday Night Raw stage? Right. I would have never turned the channel on that.
Yeah, you don't know who's going to die next week. Mirov just donated $1. He said, when will wrestling go back to TV 14? When will Vince stop having a hard one for big wrestlers that won't mount to much in the WWE, aka Roman Reigns? Well, you know, as much as we rant on Roman Reigns is a viable person. You know, I mean, I don't want to get rid of Roman Reigns out of the WWE.
Bro, let me tell you something about Roman Reigns, bro. Roman Reigns, bro, has got a family lineage that dates back 300 years, bro. He's got the look, he's got the hair, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. This kid is a blue chipper, bro. That's it.
bro. Bro. I'm gonna take my shirt off, bro. Did you see Vince Russo in that fucking video with his shirt off?
No.
Have you? Oh my god.
No, I didn't see it.
It might have been the SummerSlam review.
Listen,
I don't know.
Man, I listen to Vince Russo every time he uploads when I'm at work. Dude, I listen to him, Stone Cold, Jericho, Ross, and Solid Monster.
Dude, he puts on his New York Yankees gray cap. He takes his fucking shirt off. He's got tattoos.
Does he?
He's got tattoos all over himself. He's got a big rosary bead over him or whatever. And he just looks like he walked out of prison. And he's sitting there, and I just think about all the religious stuff and all these things. And he's like, bro, let me tell you. And he put on a shirt like within 10 minutes. Like within 5 minutes, those guys. Oh, he was on with Raj Giri from Wrestling Inc. And man, he put that shirt on fucking quicker than you put a goddamn ice on your hand after you burn it. I don't know. I don't have a good analogy. Brock, what's... I almost called you Brock Turner.
Don't you dare, mate.
Don't you dare, mate. What's up? What's up, Brock?
What's up? How we all going tonight, lads?
Pretty good.
That's good, man. I just wanted to talk about... What is that? Raw lately, because, yeah, it's been pretty AIDS. But at, Flash...
Yeah, it's been pretty AIDS.
Yeah,
that was great.
Like SmackDown just killed it last night compared, and yeah. But anyway, at Clash of the Champions, I'm gonna be pissed off if Triple H interferes again, because that's just too predictable.
Well, JD just said it was gonna happen, right, JD? I mean, that's what's going on.
Well, I mean, we haven't seen him yet. I mean, everybody's awaiting an explanation as to why he did what he did. We haven't seen it yet, so I'm assuming they're gonna wait for the pay-per-view.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Because he just finished, because the Cruiserweight's finished tonight and that, and then he probably won't have as much of a busy schedule, and then he'll just, come into Clash of the Champions, interfere, then Triple H vs Seth Rollins will happen, but, yeah, I don't know, man. That's just like, that's laziness from WWE. Anyone can think of that. They need to do something different.
I wonder who scripted. I said this on my SmackDown review last night. Who is scripting this shit for AJ Styles? The champ that runs the camp. Did he have that fucking delivered to him in yellow crayon last night? What the fuck is that shit? Everybody's telling me, dude, that's Dewey Foley writing that. I'm like, if that's Dewey Foley, please write to Titan Tower and get this guy immediately removed.
I don't think he really writes for them. I swear to God that was an angle. Listen,
fucking shine shoes and get coffee.
Listen, I'm so sorry to Mick Foley. I know I made a joke about that guy. Somebody said his kids were fake, and I took it too far. I was just mocking the guy who said his kids were fake. But honestly, I like the Holy Foley show. I watched the whole damn thing. I was addicted to it. But you can't tell me that a lot of that stuff is set up. The scenes are bizarre. Like they're not acting like real people.
You know what? I wonder if he benched me on Twitter tonight, because I mentioned something about Michael Cole being terrible in a tweet to him.
He be careful. Yeah, he will. I mean, he first he follows me.
No, I'm not benched.
And DMs me. And is cool, and then all of a sudden he blocks me, but then now he doesn't follow me, but he did unblock me.
Oh, that's good. At least you made baby steps.
Yeah, he said he understood and stuff. But I gave his show a good rating. It's just that a lot of the stuff, he said he never got handed a script, but a lot of the stuff is rigged. I mean, you don't come in and talk like some of they're talking in many of these scenes. Wando 805 says, keep up the great work, gentlemen. And he says, keep the wrestling momentum alive and well. Hashtag all dread everything. Hashtag glorious. Wando, thank you.
Was it just quickly with that Triple H thing? If I was writing it, like, if Triple H did interfere, he would have to do something with Mick Foley. Like, Mick Foley pisses him off, and then Stephanie might have to choose between Triple H and Mick Foley or something. That could possibly happen.
No. Yeah, I mean, that could happen. They're the
JD, you're saying on your review that you reckon Foley's not going to be there for too much longer, eh? Once this Holy Foley show's finished or whatever.
No, I said this on my SmackDown review, and I think I mentioned on my Raw review last week as well. I think that they're setting up Mick Foley to be terminated. To be honest with you, just the way that he's making his own decisions and he's overstepping Stephanie's boundaries. I see when Holy Foley's done, Joe. I think Mick Foley's fired.
Really?
That's what I see.
You think they're gonna fire him?
No, well, off television, not from the company. He's not gonna be GM anymore.
Oh, so well, either way, it's kind of shocking, isn't it? I mean, wow. Why would they have him around for nothing?
To hype up Holy Foley.
Yeah, good point there. It's just saying, the champ that runs the camp is at a camp now, WWE.
Yeah,
right.
The champ that runs the camp.
So you think that eventually, because I mean, you saw Triple H show up and take the belt off Foley and give it, when you get to Owens, you think that eventually, like, Triple H is going to beat up like Mick Foley or something, and that's going to get rid of him, and because I mean, Vince McMahon made this decision. You think Vince will be like, Foley, you're out, now Triple H, you're in?
Yeah, something's going to happen where he's going to make one mental error, and he's going to go over Stephanie's head, and it's going to be something that she completely doesn't agree with, and that's going to be the downfall of Mick Foley as GM. I just see it happening.
Yeah,
because he's already thrown his 2 cents in there far too much with this Rollins thing. Rollins got involved on Monday Night Raw, and he was claiming to Stephanie McMahon, "Don't be that." That girl that I didn't see at Hell in the Cell, the one with the shy smile. I want to see that Stephanie, It's leading to something.
Brock, thank you for the call, man. I'm sorry we ran out of time with you. Jacob, what's up?
Yo, what's up? What's cracking like?
How you doing?
I want to know if you guys watched the Lucha Underground episode I gave you last week.
We did not talk about that. We have not seen it yet. I heard it was awesome. And that's it. I heard there was a lot of weapons for some reason. Was there weapons, or is there like a...
No. That's for this day. That's for Wednesday. This Wednesday. Tonight.
Tonight. That's what I heard tonight, that it was like that. Yeah. So, I mean, like, I got to watch it. I mean, I heard it was good. So, I mean, I'm sure...
Who fought? Did the Honky Tonk Man show up?
No, Killshot against Marty the Moth Martinez.
Okay, wow. Oh, yeah, Killshot. Yeah, dude, I got to watch that. That's got to be good. I promise you I'm going to watch that. I'm probably going to review it.
Yo, check the chat on Skype. I sent you access to watch it.
Oh.
I can give you all the shows.
Oh, wow, shit. Okay, that's awesome. I was trying to get in touch with Chavo Guerrero, and I was going to be like, hey, Chavo, if you could send us the episodes early, like, we can do reviews of them and stuff. So maybe I'm going to try to do that. But, yeah, man, I'll check out your chat in the Skype. Thank you.
Yeah, I can get you every single episode. Yo, JD, I would like you to say Jacob is a fucking goon.
Jacob, you're a fucking goon, clown.
That's it, brother.
Fuck yeah. Oh shit, I think he was gonna say something else, but I lost him. Sorry, Jacob, man. I'll try to get you on next time. We're pumping through here. Hasta luego. I'm such a dick.
What do you think about Paige, dude? Getting that fucking tattoo underneath her tit about Alberto Del Rio's name?
Dude, nothing sums up her more than that fucking picture of her and AJ Lee that says, wrestling is whatever, but dick is life. Like,
oh, yeah.
Wrestling is great, but dick is life. Like, I mean, that was... Dude, what do they do? What is she doing?
I heard she was going to be on Monday Night Raw.
What the fuck?
I don't think she's going to be on Monday Night Raw, because then she came out and made a statement on her own saying that, she's still injured. So she'll be back after her injury's healed up.
Who knows what's going on? There's all this stuff about her getting legal advice, and then she's got a tattoo.
And then she tweeted out a picture of passports. I guess she's going on vacation with Del Rio. Oh my God. And Del Rio's opening up a Mexican restaurant in San Antonio, Texas. This dude, I swear to God, this is all true. Dude.
What are these people doing? Right, what is Paige doing?
I don't know.
So they're just like...
She's just there.
I mean, what is AJ Lee doing? I mean, like, I want to know what she's like.
AJ Lee's healing CM Punk's wounds after his fucking beatdown.
She's licking his elephant ear. He's like, see, that's what it's like when I lick yours.
She's smiling while doing it too because he made $500,000.
She's like, I told you, Phil, to not be taken down by the legs, and then you got taken down by the legs. You can't grapple.
Phil, I didn't want your face to get hurt. But honey, I got $500,000 for fucking 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me suck your dick.
Let's light it up. The hell. I mean, like, really, what is she doing though? She said besides sucking him off. I mean, she's at home. She's studying for something, is she? Or is she watching TV? Is she playing video games?
Fucking hotter now than ever.
She is, but what is she doing? Like, what? I just...
I don't know. She's got her own clothing line, I think.
Is that what it is? Okay, yeah. Well, because there's got to be something that you got to... I mean, you were a wrestler.
Oh, she was writing a book, too, I believe.
A book about what? My fucking 2-year career? What the fuck is wrong with these people? They just barely had a career. CM Punk could write a book. And even he could have lived a longer career. But CM Punk could write a book. What the fuck is AJ Lee going to write a book about?
I have no idea.
How Vicky Guerrero's vagina tasted in the back when they got too drunk one night?
I don't know, man.
Excuse me. Unbelievable, bro.
But people are still asking me to review the CM Punk fight. What am I going to review?
I already did it. Go watch mine. Fuck JD's. I told everybody. I told you. He's a pussy. He should have fought me. That's what the answer is. Here's the bottom line, JD. I got a bunch of heat for this, okay? I got a bunch of fucking heat for this. But go watch my videos. It's a goddamn fact. For the last 6 months, I told you how CM Punk was losing. I told you every time I talked about it.
But again, dude, I don't know why people are asking for a review. What is there to review? It's like CM Punk is a known fucking name.
Anybody could review it.
You know, they used him merely as a business equity. That's it. Let me sell pay-per-views. We'll pay him good, and that's it. Goodbye.
And you know what, JD? If he happened to have had a good enough fight, they would have
did it again.
It would have been done again, exactly. But now they can't do it again because of the heat they got. Now, I got to give credit to Sam Roberts, which I don't usually do because he looks like a fucking cocksucker. But Sam Roberts, I'll tell you, and really all due respect to Sam Roberts, he let me interview him one time and he was a nice guy. I think he's a douche in the bathroom, but other than that, it's all cool. But no, he's got funny hair. Sam Roberts, though, he made this. This is great. This is his idea. On his show, I was listening to it, and I thought something similar to this last year, but he really nailed it. Just bring in celebrities every once in a while. Fuck it. You know, just let them in. Mick Jagger, you want to go at it? Let's go. Mick Jagger wants to fight a dude. Let's bring him in. What's wrong with that? Every UFC, pay-per-view, have a celebrity match. Fuck it. Donnie Wahlberg wants to fight somebody. Okay. As long as they're legitimate fighters, let them go. You know? Jonah Hill wants to fight somebody. Fuck it. Bring him in. If he gets his ass kicked, I'm going to enjoy it. I bet you Jonah Hill lasts longer in a fight than fucking CM Punk did. How about that? Because Jonah Hill's fat would push him forward.
Yeah, but the thing is, you know what pisses me off about everybody? Everybody talking shit about CM Punk. You know, the training that he went through, I would never go through. I wouldn't even put myself through that. God knows what these fucking guys go through, how they feel. Let alone you're going to step into a fucking octagon, steel cage around you. You're going to get in there. I don't give a fuck how much money you're going to be given at the end of this fight.
Right.
You're going to literally get in there and have your fucking face crushed by some guy who's an amateur fucking... And Mickey Gall was a brown belt.
Right. And that doesn't even matter. He didn't even...
I mean, that doesn't matter, but he fucking knows what he's doing.
But the best part about that is, JD, I love this fact. I love this fact. First of all, I'm a fucking brown belt, and I'm a 4-0 wrestling guy in high school. 4-0 matches, okay? That's better. That's already more accomplished than CM Punk fighting-wise. And I'm sitting here behind a fucking computer.
Yeah, but the people calling CM Punk a pussy, go back to the WWE. How many of these people calling CM Punk a pussy would get in the fucking ring and do what he did? Nobody.
CM Punk is not a pussy. In fact, everyone knew he was going to lose. That's not a big deal. It's how he lost. That's what drives me nuts. How he lost. How he lost was exactly was textbook how you should try to beat him because that was his weakness, but he should have known that. That's the problem. Everyone knew he was going to lose. But no, CM Punk is not tough. Because a lesser person would have tapped out right away. The first submission or those first punches that were connecting horrifically, like, dude, CM Punk took a beating. Like, he took a beating. And, I mean, he got waffled. And then after that, he stood in the ring and delivered one of the best fucking promos I've ever heard in UFC. Despite the loss, despite that part of it, it's amazing. CM Punk went from, he looked like he was the shit coming out, and then he was embarrassed, and I was embarrassed for him.
I knew Punk was going to lose, dude. I said I thought
everybody
Punk
did.
I thought Punk would at least last to the second round. I didn't think it was going to be that fucking quick.
Oh, dude. I said if he lasts to the second round, he did something right. If he loses in the first round, it's because he got his legs taken out from him, and he's going to get put in a rear naked choke. And that's exactly what happened. And you can go back and watch my videos for 6 months. If I was CM Punk's trainer, he's never going to be good. He's never going to be able to fight. He's not good at it. He's just not good. He sucks at this.
Well, then he accomplished his goal. He did what he did. He overcame surgery and still continued his training. He made his money. Now, if he wants to fight amateur level, Dana White already said, maybe Punk's next fight shouldn't be in the UFC at all. You know? Whether that means just UFC in general or an octagon, period, I don't know. But I think Punk's going to fight, but not in the UFC. Like you said, if he won, he'd be on the next card next year.
Honestly, from what I heard from Punk at the end of that UFC fight, CM Punk should be going around to high schools and giving fucking motivational speeches to kids.
What CM Punk needs to fucking do is, say, you know what, Vince, let's bygone be bygones and fucking put me in a main event at WrestleMania.
Right.
That's what he's got to do. Because the money he's gonna make coming back to WWE is gonna fucking be quadruple what he did for that.
I hope that TNA signs him, finds a way to get him. Like on a Brock Lesnar type of contract. Like, CM Punk, here's this amount of money, please appear 6, 4, 5, whatever it is times.
If Punk goes to TNA, then WWE has competition.
Exactly. Give it a hell yeah! TNA needs to go after Punk. Like, I mean, they gotta do it. They have to pitch something to him that, nobody could say no to. Mirav says, I love CM Punk. CM Punk is a fucking pussy who wants attention like Brock Lesnar, who also left for the WWE to go for a different promotion. Fuck everyone who had high hopes on CM Punk beating Mickey Gall. I want to see Joe versus CM Punk. Mirov 316. Listen, I'm not some fucking tough guy, by the way. I'm not some crazy tough dude. I'm just saying you might as well put me in there with CM Punk. And I challenged him on Twitter and he blocked me for it. So, whatever. But my point is too I'm a brown belt and I'm a 4-0 record in high school in wrestling. Before I quit, I had to quit because of my grades. But here's the point. Mickey Gall didn't use one goddamn brown belt move, one judo move. The goddamn guy didn't need to do anything but wrestle CM Punk to the ground and submit him and punch him in the head. That was all he had to do. Can you even imagine if he whipped out his fucking judo? And CM Punk said they went after him quickly. Like, they were like, why are you so aggressive and offensive with him? They went after him so quickly because they were worried about him getting his judo started. Like, they were worried about him getting going and starting to do judo and beating CM Punk's ass. So their game plan was to rush at him with CM Punk's brick of a fucking swing.
Do you think Punk's loss in 2 minutes is by conspiracy? Now I'm just thinking wildly. Maybe setting up for something along Dana White and CM Punk's future for something bigger?
No, I think
maybe they build off something else.
I can't believe that. I mean, maybe, but it seems to me that they want nothing to do with him now. They've what Dana White said.
They used him.
Yeah, they were like, thank you for that. That was it. Get out of here. We got the buys. All they want to do is transition, is to get the WWE fans. I've said this a million times. The UFC partnership with WWE does nothing for WWE. It does nothing. No 30-year-old dude who wants to watch real fighting. And I've seen it in my comments. Remember, I did a UFC coverage live. I had guys coming in going, when I would bring up wrestling, they were like, you fag, you idiot. You like wrestling, you're stupid. Like, these guys have no time for wrestling. They don't give a shit. If you're already watching both, that's different. But most of these guys, they don't want nothing to do. They think you're lame as hell. They don't understand wrestling, and they don't want to. And when Brock Lesnar is like, when someone says, hey, Brock's going to be at WrestleMania, you going to go watch that? We've been watching him in UFC. Fuck no. They're not watching that shit. But a guy who's getting sick of WWE and the cartooniness, who's starting to reach puberty or starting to turn 18 or in college, and maybe his college friends are watching. It's a real sport, they say. And so those people will say, holy shit, I've never seen UFC before. I saw CM Punk in the WWE. Wow, this fighting, I might order the next one. You know, I guarantee UFC has acquired thousands of new fans based on Brock Lesnar's recent fight and CM Punk's recent fight. Guaranteed they will get tons more buys because of those guys, and vice versa for the WWE.
Exactly what
doesn't
it
work.
is. You know, how many new people bought the pay-per-view because of CM Punk? Probably a fucking shit ton. All the diehards are gonna fucking order it to watch Stipe versus Overeem and see that shit because, you know, it's a fucking heavyweight championship match.
Right.
The casuals like me, I would never bought this shit if Punk wasn't on it.
Right, I wouldn't either. I would have covered it maybe, but maybe, I don't know. It's hit or miss with me on UFC. To be honest, JD, I mean, I think I am going to start covering UFC full time, but I'm still deciding that. I don't know yet. But this stuff antagonizes me more to do it. Like, I want to do it, and antagonize is the wrong word, but influences me, I guess. But yeah, dude, it was a payday.
Somebody donated
Tebow.
over $10.
Shout out to JD. You are the fucking man. From Carrollton, Mo.
Woo.
Oh, appreciate that, bro. Thanks for watching the show.
Tebow. Well, thanks for the $5, Tebow. Even though you didn't mention me, I'm going to take half your money. I love that. JD, I love you.
Oh, JD.
God damn it, JD, I've been watching this entire podcast, drinking my beer, and I've been thinking about one damn thing, son. Are you wearing any underwear?
Dude, I was talking to my brother yesterday. He's like,
Yeah.
we seen Bray Wyatt come out on fucking SmackDown last night, and he starts laughing at Bray Wyatt because he's like, Joe does a fucking perfect impression of Bray Wyatt.
That sex call is what it was. This, by the way, is a playlist. A lot of people were like, Joe, every time I make a sex call where the wrestler makes a call to the adult sex line, somebody goes, make a playlist, or there should be more of these. Well, there are, and there's a playlist on my channel. Joe Cronin Show, G-Plug. Oh, here we go.
Oh, shit.
I'm fucking Bobby Roode. Triple H wants to fuck me.
Joe and JD.
I love you guys. Hashtag someone in the chat please love me.
What? Mr. Mammoth, I do love you, bro. Thanks for the $24. Joe and JD stating facts about UFC gaining everything and WWE gaining nothing. Damn, I love you guys. It's true, man. It's really a one-sided thing. It's very bizarre. I mean, there must have been... I am in full belief, thank you, Mr. Mammoth, the WWE gained something from the contract of Brock Lesnar because there was no reason for them to basically give away some of their fan base. That's what happened. UFC is their WCW at this point. But I mean, not really, but it's like, you know, you really are. I would think about it that way, JD. Aren't you paranoid? Like, I'd be paranoid that these boys, when they're 17 or 18 or 19, are going to be like, this is for kids. I'm out of here. Oh, look, UFC. I'll watch that. I got a job in college. I don't have time for every Monday, but I have time for the pay-per-view that happens. You know, don't you feel like that's, I mean, only the hardcore committed wrestling fan like us or like many of our listeners are able to watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT, CWC.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. But I think that, but the CWC and things like that in NXT can combat and be the answer to that to make it more mature and believable, right?
I agree with you.
What's pissing you off the most about WWE right now?
I can only choose one thing.
Oh, go for more. I'd like to hear it. Bring it on.
What's pissing me off about WWE? It's honestly the creative writing and the logic holes and the logic gaps that they fucking fill on every goddamn fucking show. That's my thing, dude. I want Monday Night Raw to keep me interested from hour to hour, and I want them not every week. It doesn't have to be a fucking massive Walking Dead fucking cliffhanger like the season finale was last year. It doesn't have to be that every week, but I want something that's going to be like, you know what? I have to watch this tomorrow because I want to see what this guy says, or I want to see what these guys are going to do. Something to give me enough motivation to watch next week.
You guys are great, you greasy ass fucking goons from Wrestle News Daily. Thank you, Wrestle News Daily.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, but we'll have to check it out, I guess. Shut the fuck, oh, Joe? What the fuck? Bo Rodriguez says STFO, Joe. What does that mean? Shut the fuck, oh?
I don't know.
What the fuck, Rodriguez?
Wrestle News Daily.
We're not a goddamn right.
Is this a website?
No. Oh, get the fuck out. That's what he's saying. Oh, but JD, you're cool. Okay.
That's not our website, dude. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know. He probably just took you to a link. Hey, Bo Rodriguez, go fuck yourself. I'm on JD's channel. How about you gonna have to deal with me? How about that? You cunt. Rodriguez. Motherfucking Bo Rodriguez.
What do you think of this, dude? I'm watching NXT tonight, and the Bobby Roode donation goes off, and I know NXT just announced NXT TakeOver Toronto. Do you see Bobby Roode winning the NXT Championship, being that he's billed from Canada?
It's a interesting point. That is an interesting point. I've been asked that actually this week. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if I see that. Because now who attacked, because I didn't see NXT tonight. Who attacked Nakamura?
Joe.
Okay.
Samoa Joe.
So I can't see that. When is the Toronto show?
Survivor Series weekend. So that's November.
November. That's so by then you would have to think that that Nakamura was leaving and the push was coming for
that means Joe and Nakamura would have to happen on a regular weekly edition of NXT.
Right.
Because there's no takeover before then.
Yeah, see, that doesn't make any sense then.
I'm just excited to see where Ty Dillinger goes, to be honest with you. He's from Canada, too.
Oh, man, I mean, Bobby Roode would get a bigger response, but I don't think he's going to be pushed into that situation yet. You know, I don't think yet. But at some point. You know, this would be a great night to do it, but I don't know. Samoa Joe attacked Nakamura was telling me. Ah, shit, man, I don't know. Let me take another call. We really went off on that fucking UFC fight, I'll tell you that. They got their review now.
Yeah, there you go.
We got 435 live on Out of Nowhere. What's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
What do you got?
Okay. The CWC was great, for one. Sorry if I'm stuttering sometimes. Every time I call it the show, I am nervous as hell, okay?
Do not be nervous, man. Otherwise, I will call you a goon.
And you're scaring me. Your nervousness is freaking me out.
I'm only kidding, man. You don't have to be nervous.
It's wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, let's get your nerves out. I'll read this donation while you just shake the nerves. Oh, JD, you're the best, man. I'm always making me laugh. King of catering. Get off my TV. # Goon. The real Mo. Donating $1. What's up, real Mo? Thank you. And now we're gonna go back to the sexy caller. 435. Oh
sexy,
baby.
Very sexy.
All right, don't jizz live. Don't jizz.
Okay, well, like I said, the CWC was very entertaining. I'm gonna miss it. I'm really gonna miss this CWC.
Oh yeah, dude.
Can't wait for next summer.
This was like summer camp. You know, you're gonna miss it until next summer. I mean, right. We'll all be back here doing this next year, and it'll be amazing.
Oh yeah, amazing.
What did you watch all of it? Were you able to watch all of it? I mean,
yeah, I was able to watch all of it. Definitely.
Okay, so you got your fill of it, like it filled you up.
Well, actually, wait, are you talking about the whole 10 weeks of it?
Yeah.
Okay, I watched most of it then. I thought you were talking about it tonight for some odd reason.
All right, well, next year you got to watch all of it.
Oh yeah.
All right, thank you 435 for the call. He's bathing in bath salts right now. 708 though is live on the Out of Nowhere. How you 708? What's up?
Yo, Joe.
Yo.
Oh my God! People in the chat are saying hashtag get off my phone. What's going on, man?
Yes, let's get it. Who is this? Is this Joe or fucking JD?
This is both of us. You're live. What's up? We're
Goon,
both here. We're both here.
What's your question?
Here we go. Oh, Joe, man.
Jesus Christ. 251. What's up? You're live on the show. Oh my God. You can't say I didn't try. I took 5. I think I took 5 phone calls just now. I think maybe 4. Was it 4 or 5? I don't know. 4 horsemen. And boy, was that a mistake.
At least we didn't get the Sean's View treatment last night, dude. He did a live show on SmackDown. One guy was like, "Oh my God, Sean, you're so great. You're prolific and you're consistent. I love you. I love your YouTube channel, but you fucking suck." And then he hung up.
I've had a couple of those before. The best was the guy that called that said, he was like, "Hey Joe." And by the way, Mae Young had just passed away. He was like, "Hey Joe, how about Mae Young and Chris Benoit and fucking blah 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 and like Owen Hart in a 3-way match in heaven? How about that, Joe?" And clearly he was like being weird. So I said, "How about Chris Benoit versus your family?" And that was my favorite response. Here we go.
I wanna see you naked. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. I don't care if your whole fist goes up my asshole. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
Ah, look at that remix.
The remix.
She's darling and I love her so much already.
Hell yeah, I don't know. That was Monica who just donated $14. Monica, your donation got cut off, so let me read it. Great show as always, gentlemen. Congratulations, JD, on baby Bailey. She's darling, and I love her so much. Oh my God, Monica, holy shit! I forgot that you got a goddamn cat or whatever the fuck you got. I don't even know. Would you get a cat or a dog?
Me? No. I got a cat. I got a kitten.
You got a new kitten. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! When she
I
was like,
posted the kitten on Facebook, and then Monica, who's on my Facebook, she liked the picture.
I thought you were having a baby. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm having a baby. I named it after fucking Bailey, former NXT Women's Champion.
Jesus Christ. I know, Awandi, I know you're not a talker, man, but I appreciate you sending me that information. I love you, Awandi, man. Even I know you don't call in a lot, but listen. Anyway, congratulations on the kitten, and thank you, Monica, for the donation. And now let's get to Jay Brown, who I missed the other night. He called a bunch, and I'm glad we got him now.
What's up, Joe Cronin? How you doing, man?
God damn it, if I knew your mic was that good, I would have absolutely had you on the other night.
Oh, yo, I sound really crispy right now. Holy shit. Oh my God.
Yeah, you sound good.
Shit,
So,
I'm gonna excuse myself from the show. I'll let this guy take over for the rest of the night.
Yeah, and I'll come to his microphone quality.
Anyway, man, how you doing, Joe? So out of nowhere, I just watched the CWC, the KOTA IBUSHI. I can't say his name, man. I was doing a live reaction on my channel, and I was just butchering his name. Like, KOTA IBUSHI destroyed TJ Perkins, though. Oh my God! Like after that match, I don't know what was going on with his arm, but it looked ridiculous.
It was nuts, dude. I just say Ibushi. Just keep it easy, Ibushi. I don't know, JD, you saw more of it than I did. What is he talking about?
It was just physical, dude. It was just all around just physical fucking punishment. You know how Ibushi loves to fucking kick you in the chest? There was one instance where TJ Perkins was wrapped up in the middle rope and Ibushi just leveled into him with like 7 kicks, and they were all them fucking snap kicks. So you heard everything.
Oh, nice. I like that. Hey, Jay Brown, before I let you go, man, you got anything else real quick?
Nah, man, I can't believe I got through. I was just wanting to see what you guys were talking about tonight, and I got through. So here we go.
All right, man. I love that we got you, man. Good shit. Your microphone is goddamn excellent. I love it. Jay Brown with one of the best goddamn microphones I ever heard, and more importantly, he didn't shit his pants on the air. 773, what's up?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Yeah, JD, you fucking cool, man. How you doing, man?
I might have to fucking flag you on copyright infringement, bro. What's going on?
Yeah, I just got done watching that CWC, man. It was amazing, bro.
Dude, it was so good. Everyone loved it.
Was
that
great,
thing, what GRAN METALIK, the hurt Cronin he did when he jumped up over on the top rope. I never saw nothing like that, bro. It was fucking crazy.
I didn't see that.
On who? You thought he did it to Perkins or he did it to?
He did it to TJ Perkins.
Oh, I must have been tweeting because I was going crazy. I must have had my head down. I don't remember. I was just blown away by the IBUSHI match, dude. I jumped out of my fucking seat after that Golden Star Powerbomb.
Yeah, they must have. I can't wait to see that. Obviously, it sounds like you said, they set that goddamn move up so well. So, like, they really set that up. Ristafa, what's up, man? You're on Out of Nowhere. How you doing?
Finally, god damn,
you got through. You keep complaining, I'll hang up on you.
Why?
No, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Oh man, dude, this freaking season of, well, the first one obviously, but the CWC blew my mind. I'm still kind of sad that IBUSHI and Zack Sabre Jr. Couldn't unfortunately make it into the final round, because that's what I was actually rooting for. But of course, I found out about what happened. You know, the fact that they didn't want to sign with their contracts next week, and I'm just very, you know, I'm just very sad about the whole situation with that.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that it's over, but yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
but you get the guys on Raw, so you'd be happy now.
To a degree, but that's another thing too. That's kind of actually why I wanted to call in. The fact that the Raw roster is literally stacked, but yet SmackDown, due to the fact that it is 2 hours and due to the fact that you have enough time to like breathe through commercials and it has enough time to at least allow time to pass faster. You know what I mean? Again, I would think you would think SmackDown would be the better show, but really Raw really has the talent.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like they got the big guns. SmackDown is doing better though. Less is more.
I reported on Off the Script. There was various sources saying that SmackDown might get its own cruiserweight division.
Yeah,
but then
which I would hope for at this point, because I mean, why the fuck not add another title?
I just think they're gonna get
this far.
Dude, I just think they're gonna get more cruiserweights.
What the fuck?
What the fuck was that? I just think they're gonna get more cruiserweights. I think they're gonna get a couple guys. I don't think they're gonna get necessarily a division. I just think they're gonna get more guys. And Ristafa, we're short on time. I had to dump you, but I love you, man. Thanks for the call. Best podcast is Jamie.
Yeah. Hey guys, what's up?
What's up, Jamie? How you doing, man?
Quick question. I don't know if you guys feel the same way I do, but they're obviously, for me, trying to market Raw as like the A show, right? They're obviously, you know, trying to make it like this whole big ordeal with like the 3 hours.
Yeah.
But SmackDown does more with less.
Yeah, I mean,
it makes no sense why they're the B show.
I'll say this before JD chimes in. I don't think that they really should be doing that, because they need to make both shows equal in stiff competition with each other.
It's supposed to be a brand split. They're supposed to compete, you know?
Long live Scrap Iron Bill Ford, the greatest jobber of all time.
Long
Late
live
80s, early 90s WCW.
Scrap Iron Bill Ford. Holy shit, is Tebow dialing it back? $10 donation for Bill Ford, the greatest jobber of all times. Thank you, Tebow. That's the balls. Tim Tebow. I'm sorry. He probably hates that. He probably gets that. But Jamie, no, you got a good point, man. And we're pressed for time, Jamie. I love you, Jamie.
All right.
Gotta let you go. Best podcast. Jamie, maybe, you know, if you want to plug something sometime, hit me up on Twitter. I'll announce your channel. What do you think about that, JD?
They do do more with less, and it just goes to show you how the writing teams are different. You know, I honestly don't know how Raw is happy with what they're doing. I really don't.
Yeah.
To me, I mentioned this on the Backlash review. Backlash felt like an NXT takeover. Everything had a sense of urgency. They went out there. They gave their talent time to get spotlighted and get over.
Yeah.
Raw doesn't do that.
It really did. It gave you that feeling of it. And you're right, Raw is going to feel like that old fucking That's why I'm so down on like paying. Like there were front row tickets to WWE Hell in the Cell. They're like $3,000.
Fuck that, dude.
Get the fuck out of here! Unbelievable. Yeah,
I would feel like a piece of shit if I gave them $3,000.
I would never do it because I mean that's money. You know, I don't have the money first of all, but it's like ridiculous. If there was a ticket for like $200 or $300 for the front row, I might think about it. You know, maybe, and that would be like a hell of a fucking thing. I don't know, but no fucking way, dude. $1,000, $2,000 for the Raw pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell. I have a bad feeling about that show. I'll tell you that. JD, I gotta get moving here. I gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here.
All right.
I'm having a blast. We did a long time tonight, though. I think, didn't we?
Yeah, 11:30 to 1. That's about time. Yeah.
It's about time. Your neighbor's gonna come down and kill you.
It's all right.
He hasn't banged tonight, huh?
No.
So, I guess I'll throw my plugs out there real quick, and then you'll throw your plugs out there. All right, I'll go first because I'm a girl. Loser goes first. Guy with the less subs goes first. It's real simple. Hit me up. Subscribe to me on YouTube. YouTube.com/Joe Cronin Show. You guys know me. Joe Cronin Show on YouTube for all the nightly live reviews. Then a lot of people jump ship and go watch JD's when it gets uploaded. It's a great fucking back-to-back we got going. Friday night, it's Monetize This. It's a late night sort of hangout shock type of show that does not involve wrestling. It's Friday nights. We'll be drinking, we'll be partying. And then, of course, State of the WWE on Sundays. And shit. Out of nowhere on Wednesdays. So you know what to do. Joe Cronin Show on YouTube. Hit me up on Twitter at Joe Cronin Show. ProWrestlingTees.com for my t-shirts that suck. And Joe sent me for all the coupon codes for WrestleCrate and Slam Crate. And that's it. JD, take it away, motherfucker.
Enjoyed it.
That would help us out.
That's definitely going to help us out. Number one. Number two, if you guys want to support Joe and I on Patreon, patreon.com/JDfromNY206. Same thing with Joe Cronin Show on patreon.com. If you guys want to get off my TV merchandise, Barbershop Window, official partner of Off the Script. Off the Script is going live on Friday. Loot Crate, Wrestle Crate. You guys know the deal with that. Wrestle Crate, JD sent me. Loot Crate, JD from NY is the code. Save 10% on WWE Slam Crate coming out in October. And that's pretty much it. You guys know the shit. Twitter and YouTube, sub, follow, all that shit.
Also support us on Patreon. Did you mention that Patreon?
I did. I just said, yeah, both of us, yeah.
I'm retarded. Yeah, patreon.com. So there you go. What the fuck is this? I don't want to do this. JD, the first thing we're going to see this week is... No, we don't get a pay-per-view this Sunday. It's the Sunday after this Sunday, right, by WWE?
Yeah, it's the 24th, I think.
The 24th.
Yeah.
So, yeah, right now, off your prediction, I mean, Backlash was how it was. Do you think the WWE pay-per-view... What is the pay-per-view? Champions?
Clash of the Champions, yeah.
But, by the way, did you hear... Who was saying it wrong? Foley, maybe?
Foley was saying it wrong, but Foley was saying it the right way. It's Clash of Champions, but he was saying Clash of the Champions.
Clash of the Champions, yeah. Oops.
Whatever.
Who cares, right?
Do I think it's going to be better than Backlash? No.
Do I think I can beat Vince McMahon with one hand tied behind my back?
Sorry. All right, this was Out of Nowhere, guys. We'll see you next time. Wait a minute. Turn that shit up.
It's time for Out of Nowhere. We're gonna take some calls and talk some news. We're also gonna talk about Roman Reigns. Adderall, JD from New York, and Joe Cronin are gonna blow your fucking mind. Right here on Out of Nowhere.
You're listening to Out of Nowhere.
Bingo.